Good afternoon, people. Coach Jack Daniels at the Boxers Trainers Channel. And look, if I seem a little moisturized, right? A little sweaty, right? That's primarily because I just got done working out, man. Something I do at my age. You see that? 3 times a week. And I mean strenuous workouts, right? Whether it's push-ups or whether it's light um dumbbells coupled with calisthenics. You know what I mean? And look, for a 76-year-old athlete, that's what I am. I am a athlete, right? I do all the things necessary to uphold the standard of an athlete. I'm talking about the moral apparatus, the integrity. You know what I'm saying? Athletes have to be in a certain area of how they should be represented to the sport and in the sport, right? By their behavior, right? So my thing is this: contrary to the fact that I've been out of boxing for I want to say like 30 years, I still maintain that regimen, that discipline necessary to be considered as a damn good athlete. So that being said, look, I challenge my dearest buddy, Bill Haney, to come on the podcast today, right? I actually found the way to drop him the link, right? To basically, I do a lot of that when it comes to Bill. I challenge Bill a lot, right? I challenge him, right? And I think as black men that represent a certain belief system in black men, right? The desire and the inclination to constantly challenge one another is a must. How else are we going to be able to come to terms with what's right, the reality of life as it exists today, right before us, all the multiple things that's going on around us, especially the wars, right? The high prices in the economy, gasoline per se, right? We have to be able to sustain all the things that goes around us, right? As men. So my thing is, I have a thing about representing manhood, first of all, and secondly, right, of challenging black men. And if there is somebody out there that disagrees with that, hey, feel free. 870-571-3995, right? Let's talk about it. You know what I mean? Let's make a difference. Let's let the world know how we feel about this particular issue, right? How black men per se cannot stand constructive criticism. And I know a litany of brothers are like that. I'm talking about from the top realm of society, as far as far down as the lower spectrum of society. I'm talking about primarily black people, right? We do not have a compunction to entertain constructive criticism. We actually run and dart away from it, right? It's an insult to the integrity of how we were made up, how we were brought up, right? He can't tell me nothing, right? And I was like that. I, hey, look, I was a part of that madness. Couldn't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I was like hard as hell. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was out there in the mix, and you know what I'm saying? That mentality has to represent a certain mindset, right? So, hey, who you talking to? You know what I'm saying? Oh, no, no, ain't about who you talking to. You know what I mean? I'm gonna clown you for trying to talk to me like that. Who you think? You know what I mean? But look, today I'm humble as a lamb when it comes to constructive criticism, right? It was uh, constructive criticism that actually elevated me out of the intellectual darkness and into the intellectual light. You know what I mean? And look, and everybody can't do that. Just like everybody can't, you know what I'm saying, represent stardom when it comes to boxing. They can't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's certain cats in the business, especially in boxing, right, that are considered as stars. Stars, and the light definitely shines on them because, contrary to the fact that whether they can actually box, you know what I'm saying, whether they're world title holders or previously been world title holders, right? It doesn't matter if you got the star power. You know what I mean? And I did a podcast on that this morning, man. You know what I'm saying? And we were talking about, or I was talking about, no, we were talking about, because I'm quite sure, contrary to the fact that people didn't call in and we didn't talk about it, right? That specific subject is going to resonate in somebody's ear, and hopefully they'll get it. You know what I mean? So I said all that to get to this, right? Ryan Garcia, the now WBC welterweight champion of the world, the first world title in all of Ryan Garcia's career that he's had, right? And this was a major milestone for Ryan Garcia in the sense that who would have thought that Ryan Garcia would have been a title holder? Yeah, I mean, that's what I feel. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but hey, look, check this out. On a serious thing, on a serious tip, as far as I'm concerned, right now, Ryan Garcia has boxed since he was a child. I believe that his parents relatively thrusted that down his throat. You know what I'm saying? I say that because I don't see Ryan Garcia as the type of champion that has his heart in what he does. Sure, he talks a damn good game. You know what I mean? He can whoop the world. Let him see it. Let him tell it. Right? I mean, when he got that ostrich on his record when it came to Devin Haney, that win, right? Oh, he boasted. He talked it a whole bunch of doo doo. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia felt deep down on the inside that he couldn't whoop Devin Haney. He felt that. He said previously that when it comes to Devin Haney, that would be probably his last. Now, Devin Haney would be at the end of the chain when it came to the people he would fight. He would be last because he would be the most difficult to beat. So psychologically, receiving that, psychologically uh, previewing that, right? It came to the conclusion that he was actually scared of Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia was actually scared of Devin. And look, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to give up too much because I'm not really getting paid for this, right? But it was something that Ryan Garcia did in the fight with Devin the Dream Haney, right? That led me to believe that he was a target in certain regards. You know what I mean? To any boxer that could see what I saw. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was just like, damn. And it wasn't once or twice or even in the fight with Devin Haney. He does that in most of the fights that he gets involved with. He has a certain thing that he does that leads me to believe that he's paranoid about that part of his body. You know what I'm saying? He's paranoid, right? Look, it was just a lot of things that I saw, right? I saw, and I still, you know what I'm saying? I just can't put myself in a position to say, man, look, it wasn't really this, it was that, right? But maybe, hopefully, that'll come to light because I mean, it's kind of like so simple. It's so simple for a mind or a mind that thinks boxing. I think boxing day in, day out. You know what I mean? I mean, I want to say like 85% of the time, I'm thinking boxing, man. I'm thinking how I can find a way to interject myself or inject myself and up into the higher scheme of boxing. You know what I mean? Why shouldn't I feel like I can compete with the world in being a representative of the sport? Why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I? You know what I mean? And I've learned that I'm gonna have to do this primarily on my own. Ain't nobody, you know, say gonna throw me no carrot. Ain't nobody gonna do that. And I have to, you know what I mean, be humble to that. I mean, contrary to the fact that sometimes I become a little flustered because I believe that I'm entitled, that the word is entitled, right, to certain rewards when it comes to boxing. You know what I mean? And I primarily um, maybe lean on to certain people, right? Not intentionally, right? Because it is not my desire to harm psychologically, physically, or otherwise. Less is boxing, right? Nobody, right? But here's the thing. I have to, you know what I'm saying? I have to redirect that energy and use it in a positive light, the light in which I'm using it right now, right? I know damn well that I'm good at what I do. I know that I know boxing. I know when I see a star and when I see a bum, right? That is because I spent the majority of my life once I became a part of boxing. Once I became a part of boxing, I start evaluating things in the light of a champion. You don't think I know, you know what I'm saying, why a champion, say for instance, say for instance, Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman. Why Keith Thurman? Because Keith Thurman manipulated me into believing the energy that he was exuding on fight day, right, would be enough to conquer the giant, Sebastian Pandora, right? I was entertaining I was entertaining the energy more so than I was the participants. You know what I mean? I didn't analyze Sebastian, Sebastian Pandora because of all his attributes. Man, that man, he got attributes. It's gonna be, hey, I'm saying again, he gonna be hard to beat and difficult to beat. The Tim dudes and all, no, they ain't beating up Sebastian Pandora, right? Boots might beat him. I said might beat him, right? As long as he, let me say this: if Sebastian Pandora is challenged two or three more times before he fights Boots, he gonna whoop Boots. Why? Because each time he goes in the ring, he becomes more educated, like his sister. His sister is educated. In my opinion, his sister is a little more um, experienced in her skill set than her brother, right? But I'm gonna say that I said to say this: there will come a time when Sebastian will be just as good as his sister, because that's where their mindsets are at. You see what I'm saying? There is a distinction between the Pandoras and Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is the topic. So let's get focused. Ryan Garcia, lastly and noteworthily, said that Shakur Stevenson would be his easiest fight, right? And he is trying to make that fight come to fruition. He believes, now wait a minute, hold on, let me back it up. He says he believes that Shakur Stevenson is easy work. Did you hear me? He said he believed Shakur Stevenson is easy work. Now, contrary to the fact that what? Shakur Stevenson is what? 26 and 0? 26 and 0? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Gotta be correct. Gotta be correct on a boxer's training challenge. You gotta be correct. You gotta be correct. You know what I'm saying? Uh, 1 second. Just give me a minute. Yeah. Y'all ain't going nowhere. Wait a second. Pump your brakes. Okay. Is that? Okay, here you go. 25 and 0. Shakur Stevenson, ladies and gentlemen, is 25 and 0. Never lost, never been stopped, no draws, right? He is a four division, four different division world champion. Let me see. Hold up. Let me see if I can. No, wait a minute. Hold up. 1 second. Hold up. Well, I'm trying to see if is this guy going. Wait a minute. Oh. I said, I ain't tripping, man. I was texting Bill Haney again to see if he was gonna show up. It doesn't look like he's gonna show up, and that's okay too. You know what I'm saying? That's okay, right? I mean, all I can do is what I do. Excuse me. All I can do is what I can do. Right? Yeah. Talk about it, chat. Talk about it in the house. MV MVUMs CIO. Damn. Right? Crawford equals GOAT. Absolutely. Absolutely. Love that chat. Love that chat right here. Love that, man, because that's real talk. Yes. Woo! Somebody in the chat is hearing me. Is Brett? That's what I'm talking about, chat. That's exactly what I'm referring to. Is a lot of these cats in the sport of boxing, contrary to the fact that they allege to be superstars, they're not superstars, they're stars. And the star power doesn't come from boxing, it comes from outside, it's an outside source like YouTube, just like Jake Paul. Jake Paul didn't know a dang thing about boxing up until about 3 years ago, right? That's kind of like a little different from Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia has been in boxing since he was a child, right? But it just doesn't appear to me that Ryan Garcia is a championship caliber fighter. Nah. And yes, I have some disagreements with him. Yes, I'm biased in certain regards because um, of the things that he do and brings to boxing. Right, all a lot of negative garbage. Yeah, I don't like that. No, yeah, and I'm saying something about it. Right, but here's the deal. At the end of the day, I do not believe that Ryan Garcia is serious about believing that he can whoop Shakur Stevenson. No, not gonna happen, right? And this isn't about really him whooping Shakur Stevenson. This is about the bad, right? This is about that outside interest when it comes to star power and Ryan Garcia, right? He knows that if he gets Shakur Stevenson in the ring as an opponent, right, win or lose, he gonna get a huge. Both of them are gonna get a huge sack of money. Right, and that's what Ryan Garcia is about, baby. Make no mistake about it. It's not about the win and lose. Look, he, Ryan Garcia, has the audacity to call out Torrance Bud Crawford, right? He questioned the validity of Torrance Bud Crawford's resume. How in the hell does Ryan Garcia think he is? Torrance Bud Crawford is not a one time, not two time. He is a three division undisputed champion. You know what I'm saying? He got undisputed first time in history in the three belt era, right? And I believe, period, three different weight divisions, he's undisputed. You hear me? Undisputed, right? So let's weigh him up with Ryan Garcia in the ring. 42, excuse me, 41 and 0, 42 and 0, Torrance Bud Crawford, right? Undefeated, undisputed in three different weight classes. He being Ryan Garcia, had the audacity to have a Twitter exposition with Torrance Bud Crawford about his resume. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming, because I didn't read that junk, right? I'm assuming to try to egg Torrance Bud Crawford in the ring. But what? You know, man, actually, you know what I'm saying? That's a waste of y'all's money, man. If you think that Ryan Garcia stands a snowball chance in hell of beating Torrance Bud Crawford and Shakur Stevens, you crazy. You need to be admitted. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen. Them cats are serious boxers, right? There's a few things that I dislike about Shakur Stevens as well, but it doesn't compare when it comes to the prolific drug treat Ryan Garcia. Now, I believe that that is a unworthy challenge. I believe also that Ryan Garcia knew no, he can't whoop Shakur Stevenson and Torrance Bud Crawford. Therefore, what is this then? What shall we call this then? Captain. Lying. Y'all use the word captain. Captain. No, man, that's lying. The school I came from is lying. And a lie in the school that I came from is oh wow. It's like, how dare you? A cat a cat was kidding the other day. He called me a lie, right? I'm saying, hey, check this out, man. Hey, bro, check this out. It's fun or not. Hey, you know, I ain't with that. You know what I mean? Lie, call a person a liar, man. That's disrespect, man. That is disrespect. I don't know about the schools that y'all come from, but where I come from, they do them damn near killing them birds. You know what I mean? And look, check this out. Some of the people that I deal with, right? They have a history of lying right in your face. You know what I'm saying? Right in your face, and then keep it moving. I'm like, it's laughable. It's like, damn. Either he think I'm stupid, or he's stupid for even trying it. Think about that, man. Think about it. See, that's what I'm saying. It's just a litany of stupid stuff that goes on in boxing, right? There is no credibility when it comes to integrity in boxing. None. You can lie yourself through the sport. You can lie yourself through. And you know what? Let me say that while I'm on that on this subject, right? I'm noticing. I'm gonna use an example. Floyd Mayweather Jr. signed a contract saying he would fight Manny Pacquiao, right, in a professional sanctioned bout. Now, Floyd Mayweather Jr. is saying no. He done signed the contract to fight, and he done took cash advances to fight Manny Pacquiao in a professionally sanctioned fight. Right now, he's saying no, 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 no. Here's the thing, in my opinion, they need to sue Floyd Mayweather Jr. They need to sue him, right? Make him straighten the record. If Floyd Mayweather Jr. is not using this, right, to back out of the contract to say this is not a a sanctioned fight, this is an extradition. If he's not using this to attract more people to the fight, right? Sue his ass. He needs to be sued. Everybody in this world of boxing that have a tendency to manipulate the sport, lie in the sport of boxing, need to be dealt with. Lone Star Steph. Shout out to Lone Star Steph. Appreciate you, bro. So keep on supporting the channel, man. We're gonna make something big out this channel. And when we make something big out this channel, not only not only am I gonna be get blessed myself, I'm gonna bless the people that follow me, man. And look, I just got through talking about liars. I can't stand a liar, man. I can't and see because the thing about that is, as far as you know, what I'm saying, way I perceive and way people look at me, right? They don't know that I can. Obviously, they don't know because a lot of them keep lying. Just keep on lying. You know what I mean? I mean, hey man, we grown ass men. Why in the hell do we have to put ourselves in a position where when you lie to me, if I was to do it, it would be me included, right? Why would you put yourself in a position when you lie that people know you lying and you don't try to do nothing about to change it? Brother, brother, don't do me like that. You got me fired up, man. And that's what it's about. We supposed, hey man, that's a good thing. I love you for that, brother. We supposed to fire each other up. Keep keep those fires lit up under one another, man. You know what I mean? That's what it's really about. Same thing about what I'm talking about on this podcast today, right? How instead of keep us lifting each other up, we lie and do scandalous stuff to drag each other down. That's a damn man. Look, brother, appreciate you. And look, I got to get up out of here. Got a few other things to do in the name of this podcast, especially for brothers like um, Lone Star Step. Love you, brother. That being said, hit that subscription button, hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section and let me know what y'all think about liars. That being said, shout out to Lone Star Step. Where you from, brother? Sound like Dallas, correct? Absolutely. Praise the Father in heaven. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, Lone Star Step, I would have liked to have known where you was from. Ah, I knew it. Man, I got people all over Dallas, man. I got folks all over Dallas. I got, as a matter of fact, I got to start. Okay, but you wait. So you're originally from Dallas, but you're in Oak Cliff now. Is that correct, man? Uh, God is good, brother. Anyway, y'all keep it moving. Lone Star Steph, I'm gonna see you, brother, later.